tied in that link to smart growth. And we've never had a game plan. We've never had a strategy. We've barely had a brochure that tries to tie all these things together. So that at its core is what Plan Maryland is about. And you know, we're looking forward to working with you all, with local government, other stakeholders on how we move forward with it.
As you're aware, and I'm a little taken aback by you say it's gone well. I mean, do you understand the amount of concern and disagreement with respect to the plan, with respect to the loss of local control, the loss of property rights, that I don't know that the citizens of Maryland have been as unified and in revolt against the government plan as much as this Plan Maryland. What I'm hearing from you is that this does not take over local control, that you still have the ability to say no to the state of Maryland. But we understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, that if a local authority says, we interpret our comprehensive plan to say that we can do this, and that it's in the best interest of the local authority, and the state of Maryland, or your office says no, we interpret it not to be something that's good and not in accordance with Plan Maryland, that if they go ahead anyway with the local decision, that you will then either withhold highway funds, school funds, or other necessary funding coming from the state as the hammer to force local control to be given up to the state. Is that correct?
Not really. I mean, these things are not black and white. I'm not trying to gloss over anything, but let me back up.
Can we go to the back to not really? Are you telling me you will never try to threaten the local authority with the loss of state funding if they do not comply with your overriding of a local decision? Will that never happen?
We never threaten anyone. And the state having its priorities clear for its programs, whatever they are for, has been a long-running issue in state-local relations. We know it's, we work very closely with local governments, and most of the time it works well. On occasion, way before we start talking about Plan Maryland, there are issues about what state priorities are and how most of the time they match up local priorities. When occasionally they don't, the state will say, that's not where we are targeting or where our priorities are for that particular program. That happens regardless of Plan Maryland. What we're doing with Plan Maryland for the first time is actually saying and being upfront where our priorities are. So
you're going, sir, from advisory to regulatory. And again, my question comes back to, will you tell us here and now that the state of Maryland will never withhold necessary funding as a mechanism to control the behavior of locals with respect to the implementation of a planning decision?
We can dance around what exactly the words mean. I'm not going to say we're never ever going to target our programs and our resources at the state level.
Will you tell us, are you going to withhold any funding or use that as a hammer to get local compliance with the decision? Tell us that you will not take away our school funding or our highway funding if we don't agree with the local planning, statewide planning decision, so we know how much autonomy we're going to have at the local levels.
Well, Delegate, that happens now. I mean,
okay, so it's going to continue to happen. That's fine. You answered my question. It will continue to happen. We don't have local